I finally built a gaming PC. If you've been a part of my channel for a while, you know that my channel actually started out gaming. Now it's not to replace things, but what I'm doing is I'm expanding, because when cars are down, I can still use my PC. I can still create great content, or decent content for you guys. So let's talk about it. I've compiled a list for you to make it easier to find all the parts that I used in this build if you want to build one on your own. The case that I went with is the Fractal design Terra. It's a super modern, small, sleek case, great for a small form factor build. I really love the fact that once you open the case, everything is right there for you. You really don't have to go searching or looking for extra parts, which made it easy for a first-time builder. Opening up the case, you'll see you have a spine in the middle where your GPU, your motherboard, your PSU will all mount. This also moves to make it easier when building in the case. I also added this fan at the bottom as an intake to help exhaust heat through the top of the case. Starting out with my motherboard, I went with the Gigabyte Aorus B650i motherboard, which is an AM5 board, which is great for future proofing. This tiny little board is jam-packed with features. You've got 3 M.2 slots with built-in heat sinks, Wi-Fi 6, and a slew of other features, which is really good for people who are doing things with productivity or gaming. When it comes to memory, I went with Corsair Vengeance DDR5 32GB 6000 MHz RAM. This RAM is specifically designed to work well with AMD builds. It's low profile and it'll fit really well in our small form factor build. Up next is my power supply. I went with Corsair's SF750 gold rated power supply. At the time, I wasn't really sure what was going to work best for me in my build. I was looking at the 850, I even looked at the 1000, but I also had to think about what was going to fit in the case. So I ended up going with the SF750, which has proven to be really good. One of the biggest things that you see when building a small form factor is heat. Getting it out of the case and getting fresh air in there. So I thought to install a Noctua 25mm fan under the power supply and graphics card to help pull in fresh air and push hot air out the top of the case. Now it's time to drop my motherboard inside of the Terra, and at this time I probably should add that I got a little too excited and I didn't film it, but I ended up going with a Ryzen 9 7900 non-X, non-3D, simply because the CPU cooler that I was using fits in the case, but it's not rated to use on those higher end CPUs. So that's why I went with the 7900. And as far as my memory or storage, I went with the Samsung 990 Pro 2TB. I'm new to building PCs, so that's why I went with the Samsung 990. It's a brand that I know. I saw great reviews on it. I haven't had any issues with it. It's been super fast and I love it. Now it's time for me to install my PSU. One of the biggest things you'll learn when building your first PC is cable management is key. And especially trying to do it in a small case, doing it after is going to be a lot harder. So I recommend doing it while you're installing everything to make it a lot easier on yourself, and it helps for a cleaner build in the end. Okay, we're at the part of the video where we're going to talk about graphics cards. I know you can go on Reddit, YouTube, anywhere and find information on graphics cards, and one of the top things you see, or the names you see, is NVIDIA. Now, I've played on a couple of my friends' PCs and they have NVIDIA graphics cards from 4070, 4080, 4090, and the experience is great, right? But that price is not. So one of the things that I was struggling with is I originally wanted an RTX 4090 Founders Edition, or Super Founders Edition, right? That was the card I wanted. That's what I wanted. And then I saw that it was just being scalped for outrageous prices, right? So then I started to look at other ones. I found the Asus 4080, the Pro Out card. Again, really high price. It was $1,250. But then I started to do some research, talking to people on Reddit and talking to my friends, and some people started to suggest, and even my friend Dylan, he said, why don't you go with the 7900 XT? And I was like, well, what's the difference? He said, well, for one, the price. I got the 7900 XT for $800 opposed to $1,200. The biggest difference that you'll notice between the two cards, from what it's been explained to me, is if you don't care about ray tracing, which is where the lights look really good, like really pretty, then that's not going to matter. I got to be honest with you, I can't necessarily speak for you, but I can probably tell you that you or me can't really see the difference in ray tracing unless you look extremely hard. So I went with the AMD card, and let me tell you, it has been great. I'm going to put some clips in of what that gameplay is like. I'm getting insane frames across a bunch of different games. Call of Duty, I'm getting 300 frames. Halo, I'm getting 250. Helldivers, I'm getting 150. Like all these different games, and these are all at high settings. I'm getting great frames, great response, and honestly, I don't really see the need to spend that much on a graphics card when you can get something that's cheaper, that performs just as well, if not better in some cases.
Yeah, they always say don't chase. That's like, oh. Ooh. Oh my God! What the fuck is this? Oh no! No! Oh my God! Oh my God, this is so bad. Oh my God. What the fuck is this?
I think the one you guys are talking about.
No.
Yeah, as soon as he starts shooting, this garage.
It's chasing me, it's chasing me!
And this is my build complete. Exactly what I wanted. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the decent content I brought to you guys today. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Message me on Instagram. I will answer them, and if I don't know the answers, I will find the answers for you. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Instagram, all these places. The social medias are all linked down below, as well as all the parts. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.